get very serious for a second here. Did you know that drowning is the world's third leading cause of accidental death, with at least 236,000 people losing their lives annually? That is incredible, and it can happen within just 20 seconds. Here in South Africa, a warm summer climate attracts obviously large numbers of people to the beaches, to dams, to pools, to open areas where we want to swim for fun activities, but that does carry massive risk. And there are also many drowning risks for young children lurking in and around our homes.
Such a true fact that is, G. Now, on the 28th of April 2021, the UN adopted a resolution in an effort to prevent drowning and proclaimed 25 July as World Drowning Prevention Day. Now, this is truly a landmark occasion, especially for countries such as South Africa, where the number of deaths from drowning is unnecessarily high, and of course, it's also preventable too.
Exactly, yeah.
But now, joining us this morning as we dive right into this discussion is the Director of Drowning Prevention for Life Saving SA, it's Mziwa Ngolo Mayedwa, and as well as Life Saving SA Athlete Committee Representative Taylor Fullman. Guys, good morning. Thank you so much for joining us. How are you doing?
Good, thank you for having us.
I feel like a bit of a third wheel here. Okay, I have to admit, because y'all been swimming and saving lives for quite some time now. I know you go way back, so great to have you both here. Thank you so much for all of your efforts all year round, because I think, picking up from what Ralph said there, it's one thing to have these incredibly high numbers globally, but it's the fact that they are preventable. Yes. I think that is the terrifying thing. Mz, maybe I'm going to start with you. Is we know having World Drowning Prevention Day, great. It's one day of the year where we get to kind of shine a spotlight. What else are you guys doing to cast a spotlight on this area?
Well, there are a number of activities that we are actually doing to prevent drowning. And one of them is to share knowledge, share information, and make sure that we educate the members of the public, we educate everyone. And in fact, our motto, we are saying no one should drown, because of drowning is actually preventable. So we have had a number of activities. We have already started, because of we cannot only just wait for the 25th of July. We must always continue, keep informing, keep spreading the message. And we've already flooded the social media, for instance, where we are keeping all the information, where we are educating people on drowning. Even at the club level, we have our clubs who are actually also very much busy to making sure that this day is not only just recognized, but there's some continuity in terms of making sure that the issue of drowning is very much preventable. Yeah. And it starts with sharing the knowledge, start making people being aware of what is actually happening and how this particular drowning that actually can be prevented.
It's not just about reaching millions, one person. Get that one person. Imagine that one mother, that one father gets that critical information and their child survives. Love that.
So true, G. Now, look, we're coming off of the high of yesterday being the 25th of July. Obviously, it's an incredible day. It highlighted so much awareness, and I loved what everybody around the country was doing for it. But, Taylor, maybe I can ask you this. Who exactly is actually affected when it comes to drowning in South Africa, and the fact that it can also still be prevented? I mean, who is it affecting, and how can we possibly change this?
So we see that the sort of demographic that is affected the most severely, particularly when it comes to fatal drownings, it's your younger population. So people under the age of 15 is where we see probably 75% of the fatal drownings. And even over and above that, under the age of 5 is the most vulnerable age group. A lot of it comes down to actually supervision. At the end of the day, it's a huge thing that we struggle with. Particularly at the beach, you can't have one adult for 12 kids running around. It's just not going to be the safest environment for them, and it's not the most responsible way for you to be taking kids out and letting them have a good time. We say that supervision means that you, at any given point, should be within arm's reach of your child. So I know it's difficult given the climate circumstances that we have now. A lot of us are working from home. We maybe have our laptop set up on our phones constantly, so it's very easy to get distracted. But
one of you has your eyes there.
Exactly, all the time. Because anything can go wrong, and it takes a couple of seconds, and that's it.
adds even more responsibility onto the shoulders of our lifeguards. How many lifeguards do we have in operation? I know you go to great lengths to make sure that they are educated and you use them as tools to spread that education as well. But what motivates the lifeguards who have to then obviously step in when the parents, when the caregivers, when those can't, at those critical moments?
Well, at this point in time, annually we have over 1,000 lifeguards that are actually being trained, whether from the NIPA level, whether it's juniors, including the seniors. So it's, every year we certify over 2,500 lifeguards that we are recertifying them, those who already exist, who are already within our system. The key motivation, I think, speaking from a lifeguard perspective, is that there's no final deed in this life to actually making sure that you are actually saving another life. I think that's what keeps motivating our guys. That's what makes them keep on coming. Because of saving that particular life is one of the most incredible things that we're doing on a daily basis. So that is one key motivation. And besides the fact that no one should drown.
No one should drown. It is preventable. Hey? From now on, I'm going to call you Nipper, you know that? I'm sorry, you gave me that MC. I'm going to call you Nipper from now on. That's it.
See, why did you do that? Well, guys, honestly, thank you so much for joining us this morning. I mean, we could speak for days about the amount of effort, the amount of sacrifice that you've put in, and in many other lifeguards and those in this situation as well. So it's encouraging to see how much work is going into this.
Well, we'll do our part to drive that message out there. Thank you so much for your efforts. As I said, daily, we really do appreciate it. Really, really good to have Mzi and Taylor here, Life Saving South Africa, as a service and a sporting organization is committed to providing lifeguarding services and to promote water safety across all communities in South Africa, ensuring that every day is a safe day in the water. For us, it is preventable.